Okay. Actually, that is a good question. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Turn on the reshade. Yes. Finally switched up the reshade to something that's good. Hello, everyone. This is Alchemisted. We're going to do some Endeavor dailies. Let's see. Physical damage ground, destroy Terran ships, complete binary circuit, and destroy Herc frigates. Okay, so physical damage ground, that's going to be easy enough. We just put on the Tommy gun. Yes. Herc frigates. I feel like we can do these in one swoop. Drop. Overview. Let's see, best laid plans. Report to Hugh.
I'm contacting you from Deep Space Nine to report that our mission has been a partial success.
Yeah, we close that. I don't know why I still had that open. It gave me vendor trash. Episodes. Gamma Quadrant.
Empersa, the home world of the Founders, is under attack by...
Yep. It's always under attack. Which is useful for me. Because I need to shoot at Herc. So apparently there's only like 1 or 2 missions left in the current story arc. So we are rushing to the finale. Something that I'm sure my players can relate to. I have a tendency... So I can't give Cryptic too much crap here because as a GM, I do have a tendency to plan big and adjust down to meet reality. Of course, I don't have the resources that freaking Cryptic does, so one would think Cryptic would be better at planning than me, than like Mr. like fucking like STA GM on Roll20. So I think this is called Dre's Definitive... No.
I arrived here ahead of you, and I've already engaged the Herc near the planet. That perhaps...
I think this is Dre's Definitive Reshade. I really do like it.
Yes, since yours failed in a spectacular fashion. And some might argue against expectation.
Get maffed.
This is the Chimera. We're here to help.
The CSS Steadfast stands ready to assist you as well.
They brought an Aquarius. Okay. Of course, during that whole cutscene, I was busy moving. Can I? Okay, that is an NPC I can't target. Yeah, I can't even target that shit. That cutscene dragged me way out, man.
My ship won't last much longer. We need to deal with the swarm attacking it immediately.
Yeah, I've already got it. Okay. I just had to progress through this part. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this physical damage in either the first or the second room.
Well done.
Find ourselves. It's as ready as possible.
And the heart,
From what we've learned,
there's a...
Alright. Go fight a hurt dreadnought.
We did it.
I'll send some of my best. You can
Alright, hold up.
lead the Jem'Hadar away team, while Loris will assist
Oh,
Dr.
never mind.
Bashir.
Right.
Loris and I have all we need. We're ready to beam over when you are.
Okay. This shouldn't take long.
We'll need to find this.
Yeah, I got a buddy who wants that backpack. There's a lack of good backpacks in this game. I really like this reshade. This reshade looks great. It looks great in space and on ground, which on the reshades I've tried is a rarity.
Get ready to proceed with caution.
Yeah, I know. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Yeah, let's not run into that. Yeah, almost there. Yep, that's it. That is it. Where are we at on Endeavors? Oh, yep, those Terran ships will definitely top us off. So let's go ahead and Bully They Road, Transwarp. Mirror bases will retreat. Okay, well, I need to blow up 5 ships, so this is as good a time as any. Let's pour the speed on. Why are you here? You should not be there. Why is my bar all jacked up? Alright, what's going on? Nobody is deactivating this. Get mathed. I might as well help resolve this situation, because I'm here. Alright, there we go. Really? That didn't top me off.
Disable the power station that's orbiting the base. Shut down the
Hmm.
to force them to switch to emergency power.
I guess we're not getting that, perk point today.
Destroy the plasma control station and deactivate its auxiliary satellite.
Where's the plasma? Oh, there it is. Hang on, I'm just gonna disrupt your shields.
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station. The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down and drop the metaphasic shield.
Taking a while. There we go.
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station. Make repairs!
Isn't Lita supposed to be on Terok Nor? Or Empok Nor, rather? Oh, no, there's two of them. Okay. Oh, wait, no, there's not two of them. Why is Lita here? Yeah, that's not the Enterprise. Alright, you know what, let's call in the, Herc. I almost called them the Chitauri. No, that would be copyright infringement. Somebody is using TMP era phasers.
Make repairs!
Alright. That's 2 out of 3. I don't know if I'm doing binary circuit. Binary circuit is always kind of a skip for me, and yeah, it's not going to get me there anyways. It would get me right up to it. What the hell was the name? Delirig. Okay. Got a Titan, the Aragon. I feel like you're missing a... If that's who you're referencing... If you're referencing who I think you're referencing... Oh, the USS Drake. If you're referencing what I think you're referencing, you're missing one letter. You're missing a you're missing an R there, buddy. Hello, hello. Rubber banding like crazy.
Bases have been forced back. Excellent work.
Alright.
Sensors reading a large force of Terran ships inbound. They must be making a final push.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Assemble to present a united front against the Terran forces.
We helped out with the star bases. I don't feel like sitting in one place and spamming fire at will at a bunch of respawning ships. Let's see. Tell you what I am going to do, though. Let's see. Bank. Account bank. Sort. I'm going to throw these into here and log on to Jonas. Because Jonas is supposed to have a sovereign. And I've been doing a lot of mastery on him to get him ready for acquiring the sovereign that is going to be available, the Noble refit, which is just going to be the sovereign skin for him, but yes. So let's go ahead and get this thing mastered, because I already have it set up. Going for an overload build with this thing. No. Let's see. Need to turn in more contraband. More contraband. So those are all like... Let's see if we can get some Romulan Republic going. I think it's a little past time that we got a new campaign for Admiralty, but I don't think there's anybody left at Cryptic who knows how Admiralty works. Like, I don't think there's anybody left at Cryptic who understands how this system actually works. I've heard that out of Cryptic so many times over the course of the last decade that I'm honestly weary of it at this point. I'm weary of the constant lack of any documentation as to like how these systems work, because the reason is always the same. What's always said is, well, it was a pet project by this one guy and then he left, so nobody knows how it works. Why? Okay, why not? Why don't you have a standing rule that if you put this system in our game, you have to also like make sure that it is documented so people can like figure out how this thing works. like exactly what does what and how it works and like how you set this up. Like you would think that that would just be something that you would have to do, right? And it blows my mind that the documentation is so poor on this game that huge systems have had to be ripped out because nobody understands how they work and nobody is willing to either pay for or budget the time to figure out how those systems work in order to keep them going.
Looks like there was a... Sorry.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. Sure God will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
Like that, leave enough of their ship for salvage. I'm under cloak.
I'll tractor you too. So this is the NV class. This is the Intrepid type from the Enterprise bundle. I don't have the bundle, but I did use my free T6 to get this. And I like it. I like it a lot. So if I'm not fighting Terrans, I hope I'm not fighting the Mokai or the Breen.
Well, there's good...
I don't care. I like how this reshade makes the glows on ships pop. Although I feel like the ship... shut up. I feel like the ship should have some illumination on the hull. I feel like the design is missing that. And I'm fighting Mokai. Yay. We... Yep, heard it all before.
Tholian Queen honey. One spoonful grants immortality.
I actually don't want to know what the hell kind of honey he's offering. I don't know what the hell kind of honey Madron is offering, but whatever it is probably gross. Ow. Somebody's got some pulse phaser cannons. It's probably the Schranner or the Somerville. So, Somerville is actually something I want to discuss, although you might have just ruined it. Yeah, you're kind of ruining the effect with your stupid buff. If you could stop that, please. If you could knock that shit off, I'd like to make a point. So Somerville does something. See how it's illuminating itself, even a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the engine should be. This is kind of a criticism I have of a lot of the 25th century designs. Now I've praised the art department a lot, and they deserve the praise. They've done an extraordinary job with these designs. But there is one problem with these designs. This is a Miracle Worker ship. It's got the Miracle Worker thing going on. There is one problem with the 25th century designs. And I'm actually going to hop back on Drake to illustrate it. Not now. Are we mastered? We are mastered. Okay, let's hop back on Drake real quick and do that with Drake to illustrate what I'm talking about. We're going to switch ships to the old Tier 5 retrofit. Let's go ahead and transport back to the Sherman system. So I'm sure I mentioned this previously, but I broke out my old Tier 5 retrofit Galaxy. That I used to do Rise of the Red Shirt with, that I used to do a lot of my video content with, and I renamed it to a ship to the Galaxy-class starship from Star Trek Borg. Which is the USS Cheyenne. That's the Galaxy-class U Star Trek Borg aboard. So USS Cheyenne. Let's go ahead and ready starship. This thing is actually really mean. It has a build that massively buffs its hull. And I've actually gotten this thing way, way high up there in terms of hull capacity. Granted, that was with a carrier buddy going along with me who was basically filling the map with allies. But yes, this is the USS Cheyenne. Let's do that again so I can illustrate the point I'm trying to make. This is the wrong one. I have chosen the wrong one. But whatever. Again, my bar is full of... Why is my bar so full? Why is all this shit... So yeah, this is ye old Tier 5 retrofit from 2010. This isn't even the fleet version. What am I at? I'm already at 146 hull. Or I could just blast the shit out of them. I could do that too. So yeah, I am, as you can clearly see, I'm running entwined tactical matrices on this ship, and yeah, it opens up a lot. It opens up a lot of capacity for this ship to really wreck face. I know you could say the same for a lot of cruisers, but we're talking about a ship from 2010 here. We're talking in like one of the old guard Tier 5 retrofits.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with multiple temporary hideouts.
Boy's gonna learn when I turn around. There you go. Don't make me turn around and take off my belt, because it's gonna take a while.
We do what we want, where we want. Picked up a tight beat transmission on a new frequency. They're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance. I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So where am I at in terms of hull capacity? 169, not bad. What happens if I summon the Herc? What happens if I summon the Herc and the Kobayashi Maru? Okay. I guess not. I guess they don't count.
Party, take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance. And
Yep. Let's select the correct patrol this time. So I can illustrate what the hell I was talking about to begin with. Ninth rule.
Looks like there was a fight.
good to wait, our friend.
So,
Yep.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Okay, let's get through this patrol, and then I will
Sure God will follow.
show you what I'm talking about.
Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
I thought I made myself clear to that book.
Yeah, whatever.
Their ship for salvage. I'll get
Orion, working together.
Again with the crap. Yeah, fuck your tractor beams.
Leaving the dirty work for us. Attitudes.
More tractor beams.
Well, there's good news.
And I don't care. Oh, I went the wrong way.
We've got betrayed by the North. Had to know that was coming, Mark.
I have two minds on that. On the one hand, dude's a hologram of like a guy who lived in the 23rd century. So he don't know Madron, and he don't know the Nausicaans. Or at least one would think he wouldn't know the Nausicaans. Yeah, that's the ship that had the pulse faces, the sheer got.
The last episode of Captain Proton. It's yours.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Nausicaans. Yeah. You guys are so low tier at this point. You're basically getting bested by a flying museum. Wait, am I the one using pulse phasers? I didn't think I'm using pulse phasers. Prolonged engagement, Terran, advanced, omnidirectional. Is this a pulse phaser? Agony phaser. Advanced fleet phaser. No, I'm not. Not yet. No, I'm not using pulse phasers. I could have sworn I keep hearing pulse phasers. Alright, so let's see if I can get alongside the Birmingham, because she's gonna do that and get all schizophrenic. Okay, so this isn't an ideal place to check this out because of the level of ambient lighting. But this is what I'm talking about. You see how the galaxy lights itself up? Whereas the weirdly the Birmingham, as it yaws really inconveniently around, just kind of looks flat, right? And this is kind of like not all of the Cryptic 25th century designs suffer from this, but quite a few of them do. Where they weren't really designed with regard to being self-lit. What are you doing? So, like, you end up with a situation where, yeah, the Andromeda looks way more detailed, but it also looks flatter than the Galaxy does. Because it doesn't have... That self-lighting actually really goes a long way to adding kind of a sense of depth and presence. And you see this on a lot of the TNG TV era hero ships, like the Enterprise D does it, obviously, you're looking at it, or a Galaxy class starship. The Defiant does this. Voyager has a hard go of this. Basically the deflector is all you get. And of course the Sovereign is very unlit. It is very dark colored, dangerous warship. It's supposed to look sleek and militaristic and deadly. But there was a lot of attention given... There's actually a book called that talks about the production of Star Trek Phase 2, the originally intended TV show that became the motion picture, and on designing the Enterprise for that, and then redesigning the redesigned Enterprise for the motion picture. And the care that the designers were going to make the ship sort of light itself up. Mandarin depart system. And I think I have... I'm pretty sure I have an Obana that was given to me by Flare. Let me look. I wonder if I have it in my readied ships. Gemini, Homeric. Ugh. Let's see. Landale. Points if you get that reference. So let's go ahead and... Because this is another great illustrator. So this is the Excelsior 2. And it's a very sleek, very dark, militaristic-looking vessel. Then you have the Obana, which it's hard to tell. Man, it especially looks really good in this reshade. But the Obana is illuminating itself. Yeah, you actually kind of see it. I'm trying to angle it. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm trying to angle it so you can see it a little better, but the Obana kind of illuminates itself. It illuminates the deflector up front. It illuminates... Well, this isn't really illuminated. This is kind of just flatly colored. But you can see what I mean. A lot of the Cryptic designs are kind of missing that little, like, visual touch of, like, the ship illuminating itself. The Archon tries. The Archon tries its hardest. Let's see. Homeric. This piece of crap. Without save. I'm not taking it out anywhere. Frankly, why are you even here? So, that's the. But again, here's a great example. This is one of the OG designs from the game. Look at how it's illuminating itself. You see how the lights, you have the deflector illuminating the front part, you have more lights here, you have the impulse engines illuminating the ship. So this is actually unintentionally you have some of the lighting, like back here from the warp nacelles. This is actually unintentionally a good example. Now, it's ugly as hell. It's really fucking ugly. But it's a good example. The Archon. They were clearly... Someone kind of understood the assignment with this, with the way the deflector works. I think that this section right here... I think the secondary hull in general looks very good. I think it all falls apart when you get to the pylons and the nacelles, though. Just what in the absolute hell? This is one of those things where it's like, what the hell were you thinking with these nacelles? Ugh. Although we do have the Noble. Let's take a look at the Noble. So the Noble is another example of it's a dark, militaristic looking ship that doesn't really light itself up, and as such, like, it's got little lights on it, but it doesn't really have that much depth. Like, you could have added some like red glows back here to give a sense of like the light, to give more of a sense of depth to these impulse engines. Don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous ship. The remastered Noble is beautiful. But like the Sovereign herself, it's lacking in the department of like visual depth. Like the Sovereign has like these lights here and the deflector. That's basically all that it has. I suppose the point I'm trying to get at is I think that like self-lit ships are more visually interesting and thus cooler, essentially. Here's a really bad example. Yeah, here's the Regent. It's got some glows coming off of the pylons for, like, I don't know why they keep adding, like, impulse engines to the pylons like that. I suppose if the ship were meant to separate, that would make sense if it had impulse engines, but it doesn't separate. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb old assault cruiser. And the Vizier, which is doesn't even have the right glows. Look at that. You want people? How much does it cost? Hang on. How much does the fucking Vizier cost on Mud's Market? What is that? $140? You want people to pay $140 for a ship that don't even got the right damn glows on it? Get out of here. Let's see. Noble looks beautiful. I wonder if I can make with like the Noble parts. Because I used to fly around with a Sovereign back in the day, before the Tier 5 retrofit was available. So, let's see. Can I recreate? I think I'd have to use the, let's do the hull first. I'd have to use the Archon hull because the Noble hull no longer exists. Well, the old Noble hull no longer exists. And I used the Sovereign pylons. I used the Crab Claw nacelles back in the day. I was using the Crab Claws. I don't think I was using the Majestic neck, though. I was using the old Noble neck, which looks now like that. I mean, That's a big shuttle bay. That's a big-ass shuttle bay, actually. Big-ass shuttle bay. Two little tiny impulse engines. Let's see if we can't use a better one. Yep. I've gone from a big shuttle bay to no shuttle bay. Let's see, Regent. You know what? Regent's not bad. That's actually not bad. I still don't have a shuttle bay. Let's see, material. What about Odyssey? Put the Odyssey material on it. We're going to put the Odyssey material on it. We're going to put some Sovereign windows on it. We're going to add some Andromeda color palettes to it. That looks terrible. Like, apart from the escape pods back here, which, who wants to be the guy trying to escape right in front of the engine wash from the impulse engine? I know I don't. That actually doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Let's yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. It sure as hell looks better than this. Oh, God. It hurts to even look at them.